Yep, it's me again. It's your old mate Daz with Toby. Bear with me for a moment because I'm trying to get my gimbal sorted out. The gimbal I've been promising you for ages. Right, I'm just going to turn it on. Yeah, I'm just going to turn it on and see where we go. Right, it's not going to work out this very well, I don't think. Right, there we are, we have it. Right, there's Toby, as you can see, running up before me. So we are on Hollym Beach. Toby did really well, and I'm very proud of him. No problems getting up here at all. I'm just going to get my arms in the lanyard so I don't lose it. Well, I don't know how good this gimbal's going to be. It is good on the stuff I've done with it, but I don't know how good it'll be on live. So we'll just have to see where we go with it. It was a bit of a rough start, but hopefully it'll get better as we go along. I can move my hand and the gimbal stays stabilised. It does have a program where you can do things, but I want to get used to handling it before I learn how to all the programs and things that it does. Well, afternoon Dave, how are you? When I was talking to you earlier on, I was at my coach watch station, so I couldn't talk very much. I'm supposed to be watching out for things. We're really busy in Hornsey, lots and lots of people. A couple of people on bodyboards as well we're keeping an eye on. Hi UK trading guy, how are you today? I think we got a little bit of rain coming, but we'll have to see. So this is where we are. We're on Hollym Beach. Toby's over there somewhere. There he is, he's heard a treat bag rattle. Would you like a treat? There he goes. He's just had one of his treats. Off he goes now. Well, we walked up right the way along the promenade. I'm just keeping my eye on Toby when I'm talking, and it was absolutely fine. No issues, no problems, not wanting to get off, nothing. It was great. So I'm happy about that. I had a good sniff at that before. Some breaks probably from one of the pillboxes. We had loads during the war on these cliffs, but as the cliffs have worn away, the pillboxes have collapsed, got broken up by the sea, and the bits end up everywhere. Hi Abel, Jack, how are you today? It was lovely earlier on. Blue skies, a big golden thing in the sky. It was absolutely amazing. Now, look at it now. Off he goes. Toby! Come back to me in a moment. Well, from here to my house, it's 3 miles. We were going to have chicken dinner yesterday, but the old Duchess forgot to put the chicken on. Never mind, we're going to have chicken dinner for tea tonight. So that's something to look forward to. So little man will get his Sunday dinner a little bit later. We'll get it on Monday rather than Sunday. And it's certainly spitting now. Far out if I'd have known. I'd have stayed closer to the town. Hi Edward, how are you? It's cold in Florida today. It's been lovely here, Jack, but now it is raining. There he is, Toby the Valiant. Come on then. I'm just hoping this rain is going to be a shower. Try and get me the phone out of my pocket. Tells me we're going to get rain after 1945. So what we've got then obviously doesn't count for rain, even though it is raining. Come on, Toby. Toby. There he goes. Yeah. There he comes, Toby the Valiant, Sir Tobias the Valiant. Yeah, Edward, Lincoln have done really well. As you know, our Dave is our sports aficionado, our expert. You know, Sky Sports would pay a fortune to have him. That's the one. Yeah, I should think so, to be honest. I think you're right there, Dave. Yep. That's the one, Jack. That's definitely the one. So it'll have been a good walk today. By the time I get home, I'll have done 8 miles, which I'm quite happy about. Yesterday's walk around Patrington was good, wasn't it? I enjoyed that. Toby enjoyed it. Oops, I nearly went over there. Lots of rocks, it's like a moonscape. We've had some very, very high tides. There he is in front of us. The night of the kitchen table, that is it. See, he's not worried at all about the sea or anything. You know, when you think what he was like the other day, you know, walking on the prom, and now you look at him, not a worry. It's fine on here, always is. Anyway, when I get close to those fishermen, we've got some fishermen up here. When I get close to him, he'll be going back on his lead. No problem with the fishermen, no problem with Toby, but sometimes, you know, the lines snap, got bait on them, and dogs swallow that bait, even though it's attached to a hook. So I'm always very, very careful. So I'll go just a bit further down here. Well, it was a very, very dull coast watch today. Nothing actually happened. Toby! Here! Here he comes. Right. Yeah, Toby. Let's get him fastened up. Would you like a treat? So this is what he's going to get. There he is. He knows what he's getting. Come on. Well, I think the rain stopped, so that is a small blessing. You know, I dropped my gimbal and broke it when I was practicing with it. So what I've got now, be a bit careful with it, is this. Oh, I can't show you, but it's like it's a lanyard. You wrap it around your wrist, and if I let go, the gimbal won't drop. Come on. Now he took a lot of interest in that when we come down. I'm wondering if he can smell a seal on it or something. Look how much of the rocks have worn away. That'd be good, that, wouldn't it? So look at how much it's gone. It's absolutely startling, isn't it? When you think we've walked on top of these, and you think how much has been worn away. Mind shattering, isn't it? We have the fastest eroding coast in the whole of Europe. It's a toss-up between East Yorkshire and North Norfolk, a place called Happisburgh or Happisborough. They also have a massive problem. Now, I don't really know what that was, but there's lots of it up there. Is our pillar of earth, our earthen pillar that we can remember what it was like 12 months ago, and we look on even that. Say 9 months ago, and we look at it now, it's not even a shadow of its former self, is it? A pale resemblance. The storms have just been, well, beyond anything you can imagine, really. It's not just here, but right the way up the coast. I saw some footage of Bridlington, which is about 30 miles further up, and it was horrendous. And some of Scarborough, wow. There you go. This gimbal's doing all right, I think. Now I've used it for, for live, it's going to be okay. They? The sandcastle contest. Used to do lots of things like that over here at one time. Look at that. Do you think, what do people think? Do you think it'll still be around at the end of March? You get the really high round about the 20. That's when my mum were born. The high winds, high tides, and nothing was ever the same again. In Persia, that was on my mum's birthday, was something called Nowruz, which is like a old Zoroastrian Parsi festival of life, and that was my mum's birthday. But it's also when you get the high winds, so I wonder if our friend will still be standing. It does, doesn't it, Jack? It does. But when you think of what it was like when we first met it, and you look at just how much it's eroded, you just think, wow, look at it. It's amazing, isn't it, really? That is what the weather can do. Now, I don't know if you'll see this, you may or you may not. Another partially submerged pillbox. I'll get a bit closer so I can show you. You may or you may not see it. It's actually under the waves at the moment. The tide is on its way in, but it'll be about 8 o'clock before it's in fully. Right, we'll try from here. If you look at the centre of the screen now, that's another submerged pillbox. I think they have them about every, I don't know, 600 yards or something like that. 750 yards maybe. Well, when we get a dry day, I am going to go back to Paddington Haven, me and Tobes, and we're going to go on that track which leads you to the River Humber. But I'm going to do it as a video. I'll park the car up there at Paddington Haven. I don't know how far we'll walk, but we'll walk down and we'll see what we can see on the river. Whatever I do, I will put it on my channel, and that'll be like an extra, you know, like I did on Saturday, like that. I might even do it tomorrow, I don't know. If I do, I'll tell you tomorrow night what I've done. We'll see what the weather's like first. There he goes. Yep, the raining's starting again. Just gently spitting, I can live with that. If you had spit here and there, I'm good with. I'm glad the lights are getting a bit lighter. You can sort of feel the difference now. It was nice getting home today from Coast Watch. That's about 10 to 2, knowing I had a full hour. That was amazing, it really was. Because when I was coming out at 2:30, I'm getting home at about 1:45. Quick cup of tea, and I'm literally out again. So now at least I've got an hour and a half, or something like just under an hour and a half that I can spend with the Duchess. Oh, she's on her own over a while, all day, until night time for me going out in the morning. So that made a really nice change. Does Toby enjoy the car? That's a moot point, Dave. He puts up with it. I don't think he likes it, but he does put up with it. And as soon as we stop, he gets a lot of anxiety. Thinks he's going to be left in the car. Even when I pull up at home. But he'll put up with it, but he's not keen. Charlie never liked the car. Alfie never liked it. Now, before we got Charlie, we had Welly. Now, Welly, he loved the car. It was his car. I had to take him out every Friday. And Welly passed away in 2011. And then we got Charlie. But Welly, he loved the car, and he loved the seaside. Charlie didn't, Alfie didn't, and Toby thinks, well, I've got to put up with it. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? You're not going. I'm hoping that we've gotten over the worst of the weather. Of course, you'll never know until the back end of March. But right now, it's not bad. It's not cold. I've not got my gloves on. Toby, I've not got a hat on. I've not got my big heavy coat on. And, it's okay. I can live with this. I'm not really keen at having hats on and gloves on and things like that. Windsock. So we've got a westerly blowing. But usually the winds are easterlies. Look at the trees there, and you can see the shape of them. That's the prevailing wind direction. Northeasterlies. Hello. Hiya Glenn, how are you? See, look at that one. The wind direction is northeast. Oh, sorry, is it northeast? Yeah, northeast from here. So it's usually cold, as in cold, very cold. Can't come in. Come on, Tobes, that's better. See, look at those. The wind what's coming from the northeast, it is bitter cold. It's literally coming from Siberia. Irene would know about cold northeasterlies. Yeah, Jackie is our friend. She's not been having any of them funny mushrooms. Fallen over. My coast watch. Right. What it is, we're the National Coast Watch Institute, and what we do, we're part of Britain's search and rescue organisations, and what we do is we assist the Coast Guard. We're watching out on the beach, you know, for people who might be in trouble. There are things that the Coast Guard can't readily see. Things like people on inflatables being washed out to sea, ramblers on cliff tops falling, rock falls hitting people on the beach, kids messing about on the groins. There's all sorts of things. Potters and small fishing vessels that might run out of power and need assistance. So there's all sorts of things that can happen on the coast, and what our job is, we're looking for stuff. So we see something, we can call the Coast Guard, we can get help literally straight away. If we'd have had a coast watch in Withernsea when the young girl, her mum and that bloke, you know, were washed away and died, I don't know whether it would have made any difference. I can't say to you it would have done. Maybe we could have raised the alarm a little bit sooner, maybe. I think the signal's playing up a little bit. Hi Oliver, how are you? Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your dog, Glenn. No, I've got Toby to keep hold of, so it makes sense to wear gloves. I am also holding my phone up, so again that makes sense. And it's raining again, folk. It's raining again. But it's not really heavy rain. We'll see how things go anyway. If it does get bad, I'll sign off, put my phone back in my pocket, put my gimbal away. This gimbal's good. I'm well pleased with it. No, I won't get my clothes wet, and even if I do, if I wanted to get home quick, I'm about 35 minutes from home. I just get home, strip off, get changed, put my clothes in the wash basket, so it won't be a problem. At least, you know, Edward, it's not cold, you know, like it was the other week. I told you my hands, Even with gloves on my fingertips were numb. And the main thing is, somebody is happy. He walked along the prom, no problem. Weren't scared, weren't frightened, no anxiety, no drama. If he's happy, the world's happy, I think. Now I've got the hang of this gimbal, I'll be using it a lot. Not saying I'll use it every time, but I will be using it a lot. It's absolutely amazing. Especially now I know I'm not going to drop it. That. Told him the other one. I'd only had it a few weeks and I dropped it and I broke it. I thought, no. So I went and got another one. And then I thought, I need to get something to wrap around my arm or somewhere around my neck or anywhere. Some sort of lanyard where it doesn't get lost. Anyway, I went on Amazon and I come across the one I've got. Just goes around your arm. So if I'm fiddling with one of my phones, I'm fiddling with the dog and I need like 3 pairs of hands and I've only got 1 pair, I know I'm not going to drop it and break it. In the car, yeah. It feels about right. I know I'm not cold and I know my hands aren't cold, my face isn't cold, and I'm not wearing a hat and my head's not cold. So I'd say to you, yeah, you remember last week we went on that campsite with all those chalets. Well, that's where we went. It's across Fairlock. The rest of them are over here. And there's our gallant little knight. Yeah, the old Duchess is on about doing the washing tomorrow. So I'm thinking maybe I'll follow that path to the river. I wanted to take it to look at this car, which is similar to what we've got, but it's a little bit bigger so we can get all their stuff in the back. And it's not brand new. It's a 24 model, but we're just about to go on to 26 now. So it's just like over 12 months old. It's got at least another 3 years, 3 years and 6 months or something like that warranty. And we can afford it, so, because ours is 10-year-old now. I don't, if it's not giving me any jip, I'm a bit wary of replacing it. Yeah, I went to Withernsea today to me coast watch and came back. I was like going just short of 40 miles in total. No problem. I've got some Red X which I'm gonna put in at some point today or tomorrow. it cleans out the fuel lines and the injectors and things like that. So I don't think that's a bad idea. Yes, I did, Jack. If you look, I've got the pictures, and I will put them on my thing on my. I'll post them on my channel at some point. But if you just look on my channel, I've used St. Patrick's as the icon for yesterday's walk. It was magnificent, weren't it, that place? That church, when you look at it, you imagine, we're looking here on a little village, 2,000-3,000 inhabitants. You think when that church was built, think of all the people that are needed to actually build it, but how long it would have took them. And the equipment that they had at that time, it was just amazing, really. It's just, when you see things like that, it's just absolutely mind-shattering. You know, when you think of how did they do it, it's just, I don't know. It's just amazing, isn't it? Yeah, now, well, I'm going to pull in with a guy coming, so hang on, mate, so we get out of your way.
Thank you.
No worries. Mostly people don't see me. I don't hear them. And they don't see me until they're on top of me. Yeah, I heard him coming, and I thought, right, get out this way. Usually, if they don't see you, the mines have shut down. You don't hear them. And then Toby goes for the legs. And we don't want that. Yeah. So we're talking about St. Patrick's. It's still raining, by the way. But we're talking about St. Patrick's, weren't we? And you think, could you build? It's at least 300, possibly 400 years old. And you think, how could they do that? Build something as big and as grand as that. Nowadays you'd have loads of equipment. Lots and lots, even things like dressing the stone. Yeah, you'd have loads of power tools and things like that to do it, grinders and whatever it is you use. But you've had to get that stone. You've had to transport it from wherever you've got it from, possibly the West Riding, or who knows, Derbyshire. You've had to quarry it. You've had to bring it by horse and cart to Patrington in the middle of nowhere. Then you've had to cut the stone, you have to face it, then you have to actually build with it. You know, it's all muscle power. If they didn't have steam engines or electricity or anything in them days. Alright, Dave, catch you later, mate. Have a good evening. Yeah, it was just mind-boggling when you think of how they would have built a church of that size without all that equipment. So we're going to go down Louville. Oh. Should be okay. Hello. No. Alright, mate.
Tell you what, we'll let you get by because he was watching you all the way.
I know. Thank you very much. Go on, Tobes. Yeah, I'd have been quite happy actually to let Toby have a chat to him, but he seemed all right. And I can normally have a pretty good idea as to which dogs Toby won't get on with, and I think he'd have been fine with him. Yeah. Well, when the weather improves, I'm going to have my much vaunted and long waited route march across the Pennines from Ebden Bridge over to Burnley via the Long Causeway. Part of that route will take me through Heptonstall, Jack. Now, Heptonstall's a village in West Yorkshire. Now, the gravestones in there, we go back again to maybe 1300, something like that. They really go back to the Middle Ages. And there's all sorts of people buried there. Sylvia Plath, you may have heard of her. She was an American woman, a poet, and she was married at one stage to Ted Hughes, who became Britain's Poet Laureate. She committed suicide, I think it was 1964. She was brilliant. She was the author of The Bell Jar. You might want to look that up. Sylvia Plath, Plathe, I think. And Ted Hughes were playing the field. She had a nervous breakdown and she killed herself. She committed suicide. I often pay homage to Sylvia Plath and visit the grave. My mum always liked Sylvia Plath. So that's one reason. And another reason, when she was being interred, we were in Heptonstall at the time on holiday at my grandparents' summer house. So yeah. But when I do it, we'll have a look round Heptonstall, the village. It'll be a video that I make, and I'll download it to YouTube. And then that way you'll be able to see it, and I'll edit it, so because it's going to be about a 6-7 hour journey. You don't want to be watching me for 7 hours. God, I don't want to be watching me for 7 hours. So I'll edit it. I'll use 2 cameras, and maybe even I may use 2 phones and 2 cameras. So I'll edit all my footage and break it down for about an hour. So you'll have like a hour's worth, hour and a half or something, of a 15-mile walk. See, what I'll probably do is drive the car into Burnley, get the train to Ebden Bridge, and then pick the car back up in Burnley. When I finished crawling to the car and let the car drive me home. Well, it'll be good. I'm actually looking forward to doing it. But this weather across the Pennines would be awful. Well, here we are. Not a muff from him yet. Here, Toby, would you like a treat? Would you like a treat? There we go. Fire again. Come on, Tobes. So we're back in front again. He's had a treat. He's happy enough. He will be able to hear the sea, but it's not a problem to him seeing another dog. He's not upset. He's not stressed. Yeah, so we'll do that, Jack. When I do that walk, we'll do that, and it'll be about an hour. It'll be about an hour, like one of these walks, but it'll be cut down to about an hour and a half. See what get the time. Yep, it's nearly 5 o'clock. I've done 6.71 miles, which I think is good. Hello. Toby's seen another dog. No problem. No stress. Yeah, I think the church in Eptonstall, I think it's called St Thomas's. There's two churches. There's a new church and the old church. Now the old church was struck by lightning, I think in the 1870s. So they built the new church, but every year they always have one service in the old church. So, you know, when we do go, we'll take a look at that, and we'll take a look at the graveyard, the cemetery. I'll try and find out where the Eptonstall coiners are buried. They're the forgers, and there's a lot of Black Death graves there as well. You can recognise them because they have the skull and crossbones. Another dog coming up. Hello mate, how are you tonight? Hello, how are you? Go with your dad. So we'll We'll have a look round Eptonstall when I do it, and I'll make sure there's time there. It's fully, it's fully documented for you. I might just do 2 videos of that. One video dedicated, if you will, just to Eptonstall. But we'll see. Just do that on my other phone. And take my charger with me, phone charger with me. So that way the old Duchess can always contact me if she needs me. Alright, mate.
You alright?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, good, thank you.
Well, we've got 10 people with us so far. I'd just like to welcome everybody who's just joined us. It's great to have you on board. Hope you're enjoying today. The walk. We've been up to Hollym Beach, me and Toby. Toby's been really good today. Not a problem with him. Not worried about the sea. Not anxious or anything, like he has been for the last few days. I've been keeping him away from the sea because of his anxiety. Yeah, if you are enjoying the video, then please like, comment, share and subscribe. I've got lots and lots of stuff on my channel. I've got videos taken using my video camcorder. I've got others using the gimbal, and I've got lots and lots of live broadcasts and a lot of photographs. So there's going to be something on there that appeals to everybody. It is worth subscribing and having a quick look. You know, it's amazing really, isn't it? We've been on the road nearly an hour. It's 5 o'clock. As Alan Jackson would say in his song, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Well, it's 5 o'clock here in the UK. And it's still light. No sign of it going dark. And you think a month ago, it would be dark by this time. You know, we're coming out at 2:30 and we're getting home for about 5, and it was dark. I'd be saying good night to everybody by my car, and it'd be dark. Now it's 5. No sign of it going dark yet. Yeah, and Toby's happy, look. You know, if Toby's happy, I'm happy, and that means the world's happy. See, no problem about going anywhere near the wall or anything. No, we're not going up there, Tobes. Started raining again. I think what it is with him is when it comes banging up against the rocks. So what we'll have to do at high tide is do other things. What we Toby? Does Toby want a treat? Would you like a treat? I think you would, wouldn't you? I think you probably would. You want a treat? There he is, he's just had a treat. He's a good boy. All good boys deserve a treat, and Toby's always a good boy, so he always deserves a treat. Okay, another thing we'll do, Jack. We'll have a look at Heddon. In fact, if you go onto my videos, I've got one from going to Heddon, from Paul to Heddon, and that one shows St Augustine's in Heddon, and that's just very, very similar, but possibly bigger, that church, than what St Patrick's is, and that's well worth a look at. Yeah, I've done 7.29 miles. It's been a, I'm quite happy with that. It's a good walk. We can have a look at the bus garage as well, I think. We'll go down and we'll come back up Bannister Street and we'll have a look at the bus garage. I know when I come out that there was a big blue tipper there. See, Toby's no trouble. He's not frightened, he's not stressed. He's not trying to go back. He's absolutely fine. Come on, let's go on the pavement. Evening. There you go. The Wolf, it's called. A little fishing boat. Sounds like we've got an ambulance out. No, we're not going down. I'm not going down there. I'm just going to have a look. There we are. Oh, seems like it stopped here somewhere. Evening. Well, here we are. Twin Towers. So, as Jack said, we could have them and the lighthouse as Toby's coat of arms. Sir Tobias for Valiant's coat of arms. Now here's a Coast Guard's car. That's for Coast Guard. Doesn't look to be in a hurry. Didn't look to be panicking, did he? Well, my coast watch is having a serious fun day. I think it's the 12th to the 14th of April, where there'll be all sorts of activities in Hornsey to do with the sea, to do with the water, and to do with safety. It's a good thing that we're doing, and whatever money we take, we're going to donate it.
Vlogging?
Hello.
You vlogging?
Have I?
Are
Yeah.
you vlogging? YouTube?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, what do you do?
How do you mean, what do I do?
What's your vlog? What's it? Seaside Towns?
Right, no, I'm with you. Sorry. Daryl Baker, Darryl Baker, one word, all lowercase,
Okay.
1692.
Okay, I will remember that. What
Yeah.
is it? Just anything and everything? Just life?
Yeah, I normally go out with my dog,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's walks with my dog,
Yeah,
Toby,
yeah.
around here. And we also go other places. Yesterday I was in Patrington.
Where?
Patrington.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I know.
So we had a walk around Patrington.
Yeah,
Saturday we went to Patrington Haven,
yeah.
and we had a walk around what would have been air base, looked at some of what would have been the married quarters, and things like that.
Yeah.
We've had walks around Hull. There's lots and lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Walking from Paul over to Heddon,
Yeah.
going via Saltend. That's on that was done with my video
Drive?
camera. Yeah,
Whitby, Scarborough,
I-
Bridlington.
I do. I'm not. We're going to Whitby when I think it's the 18th of
Yeah.
April. So I'll be doing quite a few vlogs from up there.
Yeah. The best.
Thank you
Take
very
care.
much.
Cheers.
And you take care too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, go and enjoy your tea then. Hello, Muslim girl. How are you? Yeah, I think that is a Toyota Ego. I think, I'm not sure. Yeah, enjoy your tea anyhow, Edward. It is that time. I'll be about another 20 minutes. But before I do anything, just going to walk down here. We're going to walk back up past the bus garage, and see what's left. Yeah, I wondered what that bloke were after at first. It seemed alright, so yeah, fair enough. He wanted me handle, so I gave it him. Toby. No, I'm not going that way, we're going this way. See, we normally go that way, and that's what he's telling me. He's alright, now he knows that I'm doing something else. No, we're just doing something a bit different. Don't worry, Toby. Well, we've done 7.51 miles. So by the time I get home, we're going to be 8 miles. So that's okay. On a Monday, I'm never going to reach my 12. I could do if I wanted. If I were to go down here, over the cliff, round the cliff, and back again, then down through Valley Gardens and that way, yeah, I could probably do it. It'd probably do me 12. But no, I'm alright with 8. But by the time I get home, it's going to be 8 plus anyway, so I'm alright with that. Yeah, it was a Toyota. I think it was a Toyota Aygo, that car. If I get another one, I'm not really bothered one way or the other. I'll see what the Duchess wants. But if I get another one, it's going to be another Sangyong or KGM as they're now called. It'll be something like what I've got. It's called a Taurus, but it's a bit bigger than what I have. So we'll see how we go with it anyway. At the moment, I'm thinking that is what it is all right. If I get another 2 or 3 years out of it, I'll be well happy. But then again, I'm also thinking, we've had 10 years, it's still in good nick. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if I get another one with like 4 years warranty, nearly 4 years warranty on it, that makes sense. The one I'm looking at is 24,000. I should get about 4 back on this. Now, my XLV, what I have now, cost me, I think it was 21,000 new. So I'm getting something nearly new for 21,000 again. So I'm kind of ambivalent. And I think, like, in another kind of 7 years, I'll more than put that money back. So I'm sort of ambivalent about it. I don't know. We'll see what the Duchess says. It'll be Wednesday, I think, when I take her up there to have a look at it. Well, the Captain Williams, it's getting a bit dark now, isn't it? But a lot of that is because of the crap weather. The good thing is, it's not raining. So that has made me happy. That's how we're going this way, all right. I think the sound of the waves is a bit much for him over there because he weren't happy, were he? I could have got him to come. Right, we'll walk up here and then we'll have a look and see what we can see. What? have a look and we can see what they're doing with the bus depot. Come on, Toby. You remember when we were in Patrington yesterday? We actually saw this house for sale at 110,000. You remember? Well, we saw that. They're quite nice. Come on, Tobes. Like 4 terraced houses, but they're made to look like a semi-detached. Come on, Tobes. It's raining again, but I'm nearly home now, so. Come on, Tobes. Well, we're almost at the end of Bannister Street and we'll be able to have a look and see what's happening at the old bus garage. Well, we've got to skip there. We've got a lot of earth. Come on, Tobes. A lot of crap in the skip. Some materials. Before we had 2 excavators, now it looks like we've only got 1. Now, the fuel tank, which was sat here for ages, it looks like it's now been buried. So there's a digger. Looks like they're burying it. So yeah, it looks like they're getting on with it. So the weather's sort of held off for us, hasn't it? Oh, mate.
Hello again.
Hi again. There we go. So we're on Withernsea, Queen Street, the main drag through the town. So again we're on Railway Crescent, which leads you conveniently to the old wood yard where I live. Let me know in the comments, people, whether using this gimbal has been better than normal. I can't tell looking at it. I think it may have been, but I don't know. You're the people who are going to judge it better than I can. So, you know, when I've gone, just think about it and put your comments down if you think it were better and in what way you might think it were better. I mean, don't forget, I have to get used to using it. Oh no. I don't believe it. Now, if my neighbour's daughter comes, I can't get out. So I'm going to have to start parking further up again. Okay. It is what it is. If she parks there, I can't get out. Well, folks, Toby wants to say good evening to everybody. Wants to thank you for your company. And from me, I just want to say thanks. It's been a really good walk, hasn't it? We went up to Hollym on the beach, came back, got rained on, but still it were good. Just want to say thanks again to everybody for your company. It's been absolutely amazing. We saw Elsie the cow. Toby was exemplary, wasn't he? Not a problem. Walked on, we're quite happy to walk on the promenade, going and coming. It's been absolutely brilliant. You used to make those skips in Royton, did you? Royton, what, near Manchester? That's it, near Oldham. Oh, I lived up in, I told you before, Watersheddings when I was a boy for quite a while. Hiya, Bobby. Yeah. Yeah, that and a little bit more glitching when we came off the beach. Yeah. We are, Jack, that's right, Castle Baker. Hiya, Bobby. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, the Coast Guard one. Yeah, I think that was that was definitely a Toyota, the Coast Guard car. Anyhow, folk, just want to say thanks a lot for your company. Thanks for your encouragement. And I shall see you again on the next one, wherever that may be.